Hello Physical Fiends, it's Jordan here with another Worth a Purchase where I play a game for a short amount of time to see if I would buy it myself. Today I'm taking a look at the recently released Neon Apex Beyond the Limit. This is out digitally on all major platforms, but this is Physical Paradise and I only care about the physical goods. And this does have a physical release which I'll talk about later in the video, and since it's not releasing in every region, you may want to pay attention to that. But if you want it no questions asked, you can check the links down below in the description and pinned comments. But first, what is the game? Well, it might be one of the weirdest racing games I've ever played. At a normal glance, it is a futuristic racer, and it does a fairly decent job of being one despite the physics occasionally making you groan. It's not the most polished game I've ever played. You have a selection of cars or bikes, but you only start off with one. You even have a selection of characters to play as, not that it makes much difference. There is a drifting mechanic that is very important, as that is what increases your nitro boost, which is essential to victory. It's simple, but getting used to the physics is the hardest thing about it. It can be jank city sometimes. Occasionally your car garbles all over the place, especially when in contact with your rivals. Once you do get used to the game's quirks, it's really not all that bad. I think the presentation, they tried at least. There is a comic book style, but it feels like it was done by a hobbyist rather than a professional. And the visual effects can be a bit overbearing. I get where they're coming from, but it's often difficult to see like the actual track with so much stuff going on in your face. When you are in the zone though, and you get used to it, it's a solid game. I appreciate the focus on single player content, because there's both a career mode and a story mode. The latter is basic, but it's something, and as much as I hate modern writing, I found this to be quite humorous. Like leaning into every sci-fi dystopian trope imaginable, they did a decent job there. The career mode reminds me a little bit of Burnout 3, which is oddly specific, but that's because I played it a couple of weeks ago. One of the best racing games ever made. This is not, but the structure is not far off. You have different race types. You have a standard race, a 1v1, a sprint, a takedown race. Oh, by the way, it's also a fighting game. Oh what? Did no one tell you? Yeah, me neither. You won't find this being talked about in the PR. I don't know if it's because they wanted to make it one of the biggest WTF moments in gaming history, or they knew it was a bit shite and didn't want to draw attention to it. But either way, I love the audacity. No person in their right mind would have approved this, and that's why I love it. It's going against what is sensible. It's really stiff. It's unbelievably long-winded, but they just put a fighting game in a racing game. Why not? Doing these missions earns you money and XP, where you can, upgrade your car, unlock more cars and bikes, and then enter higher level missions. It's solid progression, but it just made me wish I was playing the old school Burnout games. However, another thing it has in common with that series is that the music is pretty good, I'll give it that. In terms of the physical release, well, it's releasing physically on Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 5, but only in Europe. There is no North American physical release, at least at the time of me making this video. When Hatsune Miku Fitness Boxing got a North American physical release, you can never rule out anything with physicals, but Numskull Games, the publisher, they don't have too many routes into North America, so I do think it is quite unlikely. It is only releasing in a standard edition. There's nothing fancy about this one, pretty much like the game itself. If you want to order it, you can check the links down below in the description and pinned comment. Any purchase made massively helps support me and the channel, and I do thank you greatly. Would I buy this myself? Well, I'm not saying it's an expensive release, it's not, but I do think it could have been an even more budgeted price. Like, it's 30 quid in the UK, which is like 40 American dollars. I think if it was 25 quid, I would be a bit more positive about it and would possibly consider it. It's not a bad game despite a few embarrassing moments with the physics. Its heart is in the right place. It just lacks that professional polish to send it over the edge. I did enjoy playing it for a couple of hours, but I don't know if it would grab my attention for much longer than that.